Hello YouTube, Arrow Assassin here today. Now we'll talk to you about Legion Feral Druid Alpha PvP. So I'm going to be going over the talents, the owner talents, and the spells that changes in the book. And with that guys, let's get started. I want to show you guys the artifact weapon talent real quick. It's called Ashman's Frenzy. What this is a bleed overtime effect and it also awards 3 combo points. So with that, I'll show you guys it real quick. The bleed effect is on the training dummy, as you can see, and it also gave me 3 combo points to the top left of my screen. You can see it. The red orbs. I have an extra just because I attacked the training dummy before. So, yeah guys, that is the artifact weapon talent. So, the only thing that's changed on the first page of the spellbook is Dash and Incarnation. What's changed about Dash is it no longer removes slows and snares. So that's what's changed about Dash, unfortunately. Next, a lot of people are apparently happy about on the forums. So Incarnation no longer you can spam Rake on somebody and it'll stun them. So that's what's changed about Incarnation. It is a big change. So I think it was needed. I mean, it really was overpowered. So it was just recently. So yeah guys, that's what's changed on the first page. Is everything else is the same. So moving on to page 2, regrowth, rejuvenation, and swift mend are part of a talent, so you get those by picking a talent. I'll show you guys that shortly. Stampeding roar, just like Dash, no longer removes slows and snares. You have to honor talent it in order to do that. I'll show you guys that shortly as well. Skull Bash is changed as well. It used to be on live where you can actually interrupt it and reset to Tiger's Fury. You could still do that. That is also an honor talent. I'll show you guys that as well shortly. That is basically all there is right now that's different on Alpha. So with that done, I'll show you guys the talents. First up is Predator. The cooldown on Tiger's Fury is reset when a target dies with one of your bleed effects active. So it's kind of like the Skull Bash on live a little bit, I guess. So you just have to have one of your bleeds on. Next is Blood Scent. Your melee abilities in cat form have a 10% increased critical strike on targets with a bleed effect. The next one is the same as live, it's just down to 15. Your Moonfire is now usable along cat form and generates 1 combo point, deals damage with attack power, costs 30 energy. Displacer Beast and Wild Charge are now in the second row instead of the first. Really nothing's changed about those. Renewal, same, just got moved basically. I think it was in the 45 row, I can't really remember. Either way, it's basically the same, so not much has changed in this row for either of those talents. Now comes the completely interesting part. This whole row is completely new, sort of. Let's go over the first one. Balance Infinity. What this is it increases the range of all your spells by 5 yards. You also get all of those spells, Moonkin Form, Star Surge, Lunar Strike, etc. So that's if you want to become a feralkin, I guess. So next is Guardian Infinity. This reduces all damage you take by 10%. This also gives you bear form spells, Mangle, Iron Firm, and Frenzy Rejuvenation. Frenzy Regeneration or something, I guess. Yeah, so you only get 3 spells with that, but you also get 10% damage reduced taken at all times. This is what I showed you guys earlier. You get Rejuve, Regrowth, and Swiftman. You also get Ysera's Gift. That used to be a talent on live. Heals you for 3% of your maximum health every 5 seconds. If you're full health, a random nearby injured ally will heal them instead. Not much has changed in the level 60 row. They're all the same, basically. Mighty Bash is a talent still. Mass Entanglement, Typhoon. Same for this row. Not really much has changed. The only thing that's changed is that Savage Roar is now a talent. So 30% increased damage in cat forms. Basically the same. And a lot of people either pick Savage Roar or Incarnation right now. I haven't seen anybody pick Soul of the Forest, but could be good, I guess. I don't know. So everybody always likes Incarnation the most right now currently. So either one of these two is actually decent right now. Next row is Sabertooth. Ferocious Bite extends your duration of Rip by 2 seconds per combo point spent. Jagged Runes. Your Rip, Rake, and Thrash deal the same damage as normal, but 33% less time. Illune's Guidance. 45-second cooldown. You immediately gain 5 combo points and an additional 1 combo point every 1 second for 5 seconds. Now for the 100 row, the same thing. Blood Talons. It's the same as live. You cast Healing Touch, 2 melee damage will deal an extra 30% increase. Brutal Slash strikes all nearby enemies with a massive slash, inflicting 143,000 physical damage. Wards 1 combo point, maximum 3 charges. Moment of Clarity. Moment of Clarity now affects the next 3 cat form abilities, and your maximum energy increased by 30. So yeah, that's it guys for the talents. The final thing I'm going over is the honor talents. First row is basically all type of PvP trinket. The first one is actually a PvP trinket, so it's called the Gladiator's Medallion. Next is Adaptation. All loss of control effects with a duration of 5 seconds or more will activate your honorable spell, which is basically the trinket, but occurs a 60-second cooldown. Relentless. Duration of crowd control is reduced by 25%. Next row is Hardness. While above 80% health, you take 20% less damage. Reinforced Armor increases your health by 10%. Sparring. Physical melee attacks have a 20% chance to be blunted, dealing 50% reduced damage. Protector of the Grove. Using Healing Touch on an ally always critically heals and reduces the cast time of your Healing Touch by 50% for 6 seconds. Shapebender. For every time you activate Shapeshift, you are healed by 5% of your maximum health. This used to be a glyph, but they just put it in an honor talent, basically, so... Leader of the Pack. Shred heals all nearby allies within 10 yards of the target for 37,000. Pouncing Strikes. Rake now has a 10-yard range, causing you to leap to the target when used. This is what I was talking to you about earlier, you guys. Stampeding Roar now clears all roots and snares from yourself and allies. So, it's basically, they got rid of it from the spell in live and put it in the honor talent. That's what's changed, so... Primal Vitality. When you enter Prowl, the cast time of your next healing touch is reduced by 100%. King of the Jungle. For every time you have a Rip active on your target, your movement speed is increased by 5%, stacks up to 3 times. Mam damage is now increased by 100%, but now incapacitates instead of stuns. Any attack will break the incapacitate. Fury Swipes now. Casting Thrash will remove the energy cost of your next swipe by 12 seconds. This is what I was talking about to you guys earlier about Skull Bash. Interrupting a spell with Skull Bash resets the cooldown of Tagish Fury. I think this is probably going to be the most popular of all the honor talents in the third row, just because it resets the cooldown on your Tagish Fury. So next is Rake. Has a 60% increased critical strike chance if used on a target that doesn't already have a Rake active. This is also a strong talent. Basically, instantly implies Rake and Rip to the target. I don't know if it'll be more popular than Tagish Fury reset talent, so it has a 1 minute cooldown. It's also 60 energy. So yeah, guys, that's it for Feral Druid. I hope you like this review / guide on going over what everything is about, and I'll see you guys for the next one.